Hello everyone, thanks for checking out today's video. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chris. We look at all kinds of outdoor apparel here on this channel from big companies like RHO, Patagonia, RHO, Helly Hansen, Cortezoo, Norina. I have some reviews on Scarpa boots. I have a bunch of reviews on Maui Jim sunglasses, and I even have a few reviews on some Yeti products. So some cool stuff here. I have a website called meandmyjackets.com where we look at what to wear when we're outdoors doing activities like hiking, trekking, climbing, snowboarding, skiing, camping, fishing, and even sailing. So all kinds of stuff on that website. Pertaining to base layers, jackets, pants, boots, backpacks, and sunglasses. So everything you need to help keep you warm, dry, and comfortable when you're outdoors doing all those fun activities. So please take some time, take a look around. I appreciate your support both here on my channel and on the website. I today have the RHO Merino Wool RHO Light Base Layer. So this is a really nice merino wool layer that's really going to keep you nice and warm. So I recently did a video about two other base layers from RHO, the RHO Lightweight and the RHO Heavyweight base layers. Okay. You can find that video, you can see it right here, you can look that up on my channel. Today we are basically going to be looking at the merino wool version of, RHO's base layers. So what I want you to kind of take away from these two is simply the fact that they are very soft, comfortable, stretchy, but they are basically made out of the same material as RHO's Kyanite Lightweight and Kyanite Fleece jackets. Okay, so very cool stuff here. If you'd like to, check out that video, you can see what these are all about. And then today we're going to talk about this base layer. Now, I'm not really going to compare this to these as they are kind of a bit different. So, you can learn all about these on that video, and today we'll talk about this one and what makes this unique as well. Okay, so these here I brought down the two Kyanite jackets, right? This is a Kyanite, this is the Kyanite Lightweight. So the Kyanite Lightweight and the RHO Lightweight base layer are basically the same. And over here, the Kyanite jacket and the RHO Heavyweight are basically the same materials. It's basically just a tighter fit on the base layers, and they have like a quarter zip, rather than a full zip or a hood and all that kind of stuff. So they're available in different options. You can check them out separately. So today, the merino wool base layer. So what makes this different? What makes this a little more special, a little more desired, preferably, and a little more costly, all right? Not much on cost, but it is a little bit more expensive. So merino wool, all right, is kind of a special product. It's a natural product. It's made from, a specific type of sheep. That originally were only raised in Spain. So for years, Spain kind of had the market on the merino wool. Since then, I believe, it's now worldwide, available all over. But what is special about the merino wool is simply that it's a special kind of fiber that's porous, and it has the ability to trap air inside its fibers. That air is what insulates and keep you warm. So for its weight, it is very warm. Now, it's also very cool because it has many other attributes to it that make it a little more desirable for many people. I'm not saying that everything else is garbage, and if you don't buy merino wool, you're crazy. No, that's not the point. It's just a little bit different, and it has some things to offer that some other materials and base layers and jackets and stuff may not have. All right, so it is all natural, okay? And what's cool about it is the sheep that these originally came from were able to live in an environment that went from 5 degrees Fahrenheit to 95 degrees Fahrenheit. So their wool gave them the ability to adapt to such a wide range of temperature. It kept them warm in the cold, and it helped keep them cooler and more comfortable in the heat. So that's a big thing with merino wool. Being that it has that porous fiber that can trap air, it really helps to keep you a little more comfortable. So now I also brought down, we'll get into this in a minute, another merino wool base layer here that I own from Helly Hansen. Very similar product, definitely the same sort of feel. It's a very soft fabric. It is kind of stretchy, but it's not like elasticy like some of the other, like a kyanite kind of thing is. It just kind of has a natural stretch to it. It's a softer fabric. It's a really nice piece. So this Helly Hansen piece I've owned, and I really like it. And so I wanted to also compare, the Arc'teryx piece to it. And basically, it's the same thing. Okay. I also have a pair of Arc'teryx merino wool socks, okay, that I've worn. Again, we'll get into some more of the attributes of merino wool and why they're a little more desirable. Okay, so we talked just briefly about the ability to regulate body temperature, right? Keep you warmer in cold and keep you a little cooler, more comfortable in hotter weather. So that's a really great thing to help just regulate your body temperature and keep you comfortable. Now, it has the ability to wick away moisture and keep you dry. Now, a lot of other fabrics will do that, right? A lot of fleeces, like, the kyanites, for example, and stuff like that, will do it. Just merino wool kind of does it in a little different way. For most fabrics, what has to happen is when you start sweating, the fabric actually absorbs the moisture, the sweat, pulls it away from your body, pulls it out toward the outer surface, where your body heat, as it continues to build, can help to evaporate it. Okay? So basically, you got to start sweating, and then the material pulls the wet sweat off of you, okay, and helps to evaporate it and keep you cooler, drier. Merino wool works a little different. So as I said, it has these like crimpled up fibers that are porous that help to provide those air pockets, okay, that hold that warm air to help keep you insulated, keep you warmer. When it comes to wicking away moisture, it actually works a little bit different. What it does is it actually can pull out the moisture vapor. So as your body starts to heat, it can help pull that moisture vapor off, away from you, before you start actually sweating. Okay? So now it's not to say that you'll never sweat in it, okay? But it helps to prolong that process of you getting wet and clammy and sticky, right? It's going to help pull the moisture vapor out before the moisture, the wet water, sweat actually forms. Once it pulls it out into the fabric, it helps to evaporate it quicker, okay? So it's a little different concept in the way that it works. And, a lot of people claim that, it is more comfortable, it will keep you drier, it breathes better, wicks that moisture away quicker. That's basically what I've read and what I've learned about how it works. Another big thing about it is that it's odor resistant. So the merino wool fibers naturally are odor resistant. So what does that mean? Basically what it does is it helps to repel bacteria, right? The bacteria that causes odors. It can naturally resist it. Now, base layers like these, like the kyanites and many others from different companies, these have an odor resisting property as well, but it's more of a synthetic property that's added to the material to help reduce the growth of bacteria and thus reduce odor, okay? Merino wool naturally has that. So it's not something that's added into it. It's not like a chemical property that's added into it later. It is a natural odor resistant property. It's nice and soft. Okay, it is very comfortable next to your skin. It is stretchy, okay, but it's just much lighter, much more comfortable. This is, so most base layers are pretty tight form fitting, right, because they want to be hugging you, they want to be close to your body for that extra warmth, for pulling the moisture away from your body, and also for layering on top, right? This piece from Arc'teryx does fit me just a bit looser, but it's very comfortable. It's very casual fitting. You have no problem in this in like high output activities, you know, climbing, skiing, all that kind of stuff, where you're a lot of movement, a lot of stretching, and not a problem at all here. This is not gonna you know, be tight and pulling on you as you move. It's definitely going to stretch with you. Really nice piece. And again, it is great for layering, okay? If you have other pieces, like heavier, you know, jackets over this that are merino wool, layering merino wool has a lot of advantages because of the way that it pulls that moisture vapor out. If you have another merino wool layer on top of this, it will pull the moisture vapor away from this one and then pull it out even further, okay? If you are wearing a synthetic jacket of some sort on top of this, sometimes that can impede the merino wool's ability to evaporate that moisture, okay? Because it's just going to get trapped inside another layer. Just something to think about. I just throw that out there. Although I'm telling you, you can wear this with anything and it works great. But I just have read that layering merino wool layers can be really advantageous. The other thing with it, it's kind of cool, is since it is a natural product, comes from you know, sheep, it is biodegradable. So it is not a synthetic material that's, you know, going to rot in a landfill for years and years and years. This is a biodegradable fabric that, if thrown into a landfill, you know, within a short period of time, like a year or so, it will start breaking down and disappear. So it's kind of nice for the environment. And my final point about merino wool, kind of a different one, but hey, you never know. It could be important. It is fire resistant, okay? Not to say you're going to put this on as a firefighter and run into a house, you know, that's full of flames and you're not going to get burned. It is fire resistant. So where does that come, you know, where does that play? Where could that be an advantage? Well, I'm just thinking off the top of my head, somebody who's out camping, right? You're out camping, you've got a nice little campfire going. Maybe you're sitting around the fire at night and you're, you know, roasting marshmallows, whatever you're doing. You're cooking your fish, you're doing something. Having this on, and if you reach over the flames, it's not gonna, you know, ignite and melt like some nylons or some manufactured materials can get hot and melt and catch fire. This is fire resistant, not fireproof, all right, fire resistant. So something like that, if you're camping, it could be an advantage of merino wool that you might want to have, you might want to be wearing, all right? Just a thought. Okay, so that kind of wraps up here, what I'm talking to you about. I wanted to tell you, more about merino wool and what makes this a little more unique, a little bit different than other types of base layers and fabrics. As a base layer, this is great. I am wearing a t-shirt underneath this right now, but certainly you can wear this, on your bare skin as your first layer. That's what it's meant for, okay, as a base layer. And it'll work great in keeping you warm and comfortable and dry, and it's a really lightweight piece. So its advantages too, it's more warmth with less weight. Packability, this is great, all right. This is lighter than the RHO lightweight. Okay, it's an even lighter piece. It's almost like a little thin t-shirt material. It's very thin, very light. I can tell you, just wearing it here right now, I feel the warmth. All right, I definitely can feel that, for such a light piece, it can keep you nice and warm. I'm not sweating, I'm not crazy yet, but I have lights on me here all over. But it is definitely a bit lighter than the RHO lightweight, and it will probably provide a little more warmth than this one would. So is it worth it? Is it worth spending a little bit extra for it? Do you need it? Well, that's up to you and your uses. You might want to try it, right? Like I said in the past, I bought this Helly Hansen merino wool Lefa mid-weight base, and I've worn this several times in the winter, when it's cold, it's snowing, just as an extra layer underneath, and it's been very comfortable and it's great, and I've always really liked it. So I figured, I wanted to try the Arc'teryx one. All right, so base layers, socks. You can probably find like underwear in merino wool. You can probably find like light jackets with merino wool. It's getting to be more and more popular as there's more and more of a demand for it. So yeah, that's going to wrap it up. So I hope it gives you a good idea of what the merino wool base layer, RHO base layer from Arc'teryx is all about, and what it looks like, how it fits, what are the advantages. I hope I gave you some good information there. So thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, please hit the little thumbs up, the like button there. I do appreciate your support. And check out all my other videos. Use the playlists here on the channel to help find your way around. I have all different categories of videos broken down on the playlist to help you find things easier. And thank you again for your time, and hopefully we'll see you back again soon with another video. So take care, have a great day. Bye.